This is Jaguars Happy Hour. Jaguars Happy Hour is brought to you by Heritage of North Florida. And now, a guy who believes the Chiefs shouldn't be scared to come to Jacksonville. They're just being put out of their own Missouri. J.P. Shadrick.
It's a stretch. It's Jaguars Happy Hour presented by Heritage of North Florida, Jacksonville's premier roofing and remodeling company. And a busy show ahead. We've got Jaguars Happy Hour here for the first hour. Chiefs, Jaguars. Monday Night Football coming up in Week 5. We'll take a look at the Jaguars' defensive matchup this week against Patrick Mahomes and company. The Jags' offense facing off against an attacking Chiefs D. We'll break it all down with Coach Mark Duffner in studio. And then at 5 o'clock, Jags HQ. That's on the Jaguars Radio Network. We'll have Kanani Stevens coming up in this hour as well. We're on 1010XL, 92.5 FM, Jaguars.com, and Jaguars YouTube. JP Shadrick, Jeff Lageman, Coach Mark Duffner in studio with us again.
How about those Jaguars?
How about them? The 3-1 Jaguars.
3-1, baby. Love it.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing.
It's
Beautiful
nice to
thing.
see. And
Didn't they go to the West Coast, too?
they did, won.
Oh.
You know, they're checking things off the list this year, Duff.
They're breaking them all.
Yeah, a season opener, win it.
Season opener.
Division rival at home, tough physical game against the Texans, win it.
Win it.
Go to the West Coast, check.
Yeah.
How about the Chiefs next?
How about,
Yeah.
how about a primetime victory? When's
Yeah.
the last time that's happened?
It's been a minute. Yeah.
Can't wait for that. Can't wait. We should get the whole city out for that one.
You know what? I think they're going to have standing room tickets only coming
Well,
up
I
soon.
think, and that's well done. That's what should happen here. I mean, geez, oh, Pete, this team's playing their butts off, so come on out.
They've got an attitude to go with it, too, you know, and it starts at the top, I think. We saw what happened after the game with Liam Cohen, but I think that, you know, he already had the respect of the team, it felt like. And then the way they play defense, the way they play on both lines of scrimmage logs, that's an attitude.
Well, let me start by talking about the head coach a little bit, because I was up in the booth, and I remember when the clock struck 0, you know, they all start, you know, coming across each benches, you know, to meet in the middle to handshake and all that kind of stuff. And Frank's, you know, is talking about the game and answers or asks me a question, and I'm answering the question watching Liam Cohen with Kyle Shanahan, and they dap it up, you know, all friendly and everything. And I said, all right, here's where it's going to get interesting. And I see Salah, and he was easy to kind of point out because he had a red jersey on or a red shirt on.
Yeah, and he's ripped. But yeah,
And I don't know about that. And then Liam Cohen, you can see he kind of wants to avoid him, which I think that's fair after the comments that he made, which were total BS. And then for some reason, Liam stopped to talk to somebody else, and Salah tried to circle back a little bit to try it again. Like, dude, the first time should have been an indicator that it's not welcome. Just go to your own locker room and just call it a day. You know, maybe send him a text apologizing at some point later on. But he didn't do that. And I like the fiery stuff, man. To me, that's the good stuff. Dove, you ever gotten in a fight with a coach?
I've had a couple issues, not fist fight, but I've had a couple issues before. But, I mean, emotion's part of this game in a big way. And you got to love the energy and the emotion that the head coach demonstrates in coaching and in the locker room, every place.
I said this before the game, in that when Robert Saleh said what he did, that made it personal, you know, because first of all, he was way off base and not even close to being accurate on what he said. And then it was very disappointing when Kyle Shanahan, who's got an arrogance about him, kind of said, oh, well, we don't do that kind of thing here in San Francisco, because he was asked about the whole thing. And then after the thing, he talked about Liam Cohen being sensitive. I just thought that was pretty arrogant, and makes me want to get in there and have a little fist fight with him.
No, it does. It fires you up. There's no doubt about it. And again, you saw that the players appreciate the intensity and the enthusiasm of their head coach. And that's when you're genuine like that, you endear yourself to your team.
Yeah, but Saleh was so off base, man. Anyway,
You know
we're
what?
moving on, but I'm just
Scoreboard.
saying.
Point to the scoreboard.
Robert
That's all you gotta
Saleh showed zero class last week, showed zero class after the game.
The Jaguars, you know, a lot of this success certainly his defense. A lot of the success, though, is that they have a lead a lot. They've only trailed for like 9 minutes and change this whole season. How does that change the mentality of play calling late and how you play defense late in the game? It's got to change it a little bit.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, shoot, you always want to be in control of the game or be in the lead as far as that's concerned. And when you know that as an offensive player and a defensive player, shoot, that's the energy, that's the impetus that you want. So I think it's great for the coordinators, it's great for the players, and it's great for the fans. I mean, geez, you're seeing winning football, so let's keep it rolling.
Yeah, the takeaway's huge. Devin Lloyd, wow, where did this come from? I mean, I've never seen him playing close to this. And I give a lot of credit to the coaching staff because they're able to get something out of him that a coaching staff is yet to be able to do. And I think it takes more than just one coach. I think Campanelli is partly responsible for that. Linebacker's kind of been his special or his group, I guess you could say, in the past. And then also Tim
Lukabu.
Yeah. I think they're doing a great job with Devin. He's fantastic.
Well, Coach, I mean, he's NFL Player of the Month. I mean, and on his way, we'll see.
Deservedly so.
Oh, deservedly so, and then some. I mean, what a great start in these 4 games that he's had. I mean, like nobody's ever had.
PRI Productions, the official event production company of the Jags, has everything you need to bring your next idea to life. Visit PRIProductions.com on 1010XL, 92.5 FM. It's Jaguars Happy Hour ahead of the Chiefs-Jaguars matchup presented by Everbank. Advantage you. Make the most out of your money at everbank.com/Jaguars. All right, let's dig in to the perennial AFC power, the Kansas City Chiefs. They started this season 0-2. A lot of people kind of was starting to dig the grave on the dynasty a little too soon. They've won 2 since then. It all starts with Andy Reid. First of all, your impressions of having to go against such a mind who's been at it for at a high level for a long time. When you're scheming against Andy Reid and his offense, where do you start?
Well, JP, I mean, you've got tons of threats and tons of issues that you got to deal with him. He's really, I mean, it's not by mistake. He's won as many games as he has in 2 franchises, at Philadelphia and at Kansas City, all Hall of Fame efforts at both places. I mean, a great, great coach. So he is hard to defend. And then when you add the weapons he's got, starting with the quarterback and everybody else, geez, well, Pete, you don't sleep. I mean, it's a rough go. I'm telling you, they're an explosive team right now. They're getting into their groove. They played very well in the game against the Giants. I mean, they didn't play poorly in the first 2 games. They had 2 tough games to start. But last week, when they scored, I think in all 4 of their first possessions, should have been 5. They missed a field goal. 7 out of 8 possessions they scored. I mean, they were flipping rolling.
Yeah, they're pretty impressive. But I will say this: I don't think they're as good as the Chiefs in years past. Just because I don't know if they have the weaponry on offense. Number 1, number 2, the defense does not have the weapons that they had as well. So. I'm not saying that they're.
Are you saying they're done?
No, I'm not saying they're done because look,
Lars?
as long as you have Patrick Mahomes 15, you're never done.
I was going to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I think around 15 that they have not maintained a level. I think commensurate with what they were at when they won their first 2 Super Bowls.
Well, they had Tyreek Hill. They had a lot of different weapons on that team.
Take your pick.
Yeah.
And then Kelsey was in his
young.
prime, which he's not in his prime anymore. Defensively, Chris Jones was lighting the world on fire. And, I mean, if you looked at his level of play right now, he's still a great football player. I'm not trying to say he's not a good football player. But is he at the level of play that he's been in the past? No. You watch him on film.
Well, I just say this. I'm with you on a lot of what you just said. But, boy, against Baltimore, who, Baltimore's banged up on defense. We all know that. They're in the very back end of the league in terms of defensive rankings. But they came in as a number 1 scoring offense, and shoot, they got 13 points for all intents and purposes against that defense. And that defense right now is second in the league in scoring defense, and that's really what matters, how many points you give up. I think they're going about 16. And probably since 2000, I think it's since 2023, they're giving up about 18 points a game, which is the best in the league. So they can play defense still. We know that. And then getting that flipping Worthy back in there. Geez, Pete, the weapons are – is he good? I'm going to tell you up front now. I mean, the cat, he had 121 yards, 7 touches. He averaged 17 yards plus the touch. And he got 83 in the air and 38 on the. He had the longest run of the year they've had on with a 38-yard, I think a 35-yard reverse, and then I think he had another run for 3 yards. But geez,
they're using him all over the place.
All over the place.
Here's a question I have for you, Duff. When you have a mobile quarterback like Mahomes who likes to extend the play and get out of the pocket and then all of a sudden use his legs in key moments along the boundary, all those things, how difficult is that for a defense down the field in secondary to cover? And then how difficult is it to make a decision along the boundary when he might tiptoe for a few more yards and then the flag could come out?
Well, we know that firsthand. That happened to us in the AFC Championship game a couple of years ago, the tiptoe on the sideline. And he's one of the best, whether you touch him or not, making it look like you do. But kudos to him. But, no, I mean, as far as the challenge, we've got to be – I mean, the team that plays them has got to have coordinated rush games in terms of attacking their protection. This guy will find any duck alley or hole possible. Now, one thing I would like to bring up is that, and I'm sure Anthony knows this, the guy that's struggling for them is their right tackle, Jawan Taylor. He's graded the worst on their line. He's leading the league in penalties. He is their fish, if you will, in the offensive line. Okay. And so, and I'm sure that Mahomes knows that. So Mahomes, as he's dropping back to pass, is probably checking the right side versus the left. This rookie's playing pretty well for him. So structuring your rush plan with the awareness that that's where he may try to compensate to escape is critical. But this guy's got eyes in his head. I mean, every time you think you've got his launch point, we got it now. We got this pressure. He'll break that freaking tendency. So I mean, you've just got to trust your eyes. You got to do your technique. You can't panic if he breaks a play because he's going to do it. He's done it on everybody. Now he's running less in this last game than he did prior because they've started to get their running game going a little bit. But he's a major threat to all those things we just talked about.
Yeah, he's their leading rusher.
Yeah, leading rusher.
Which is kind of, you don't expect that out of an Andy Reid offense. And I know that probably Mahomes doesn't want to be the leading rusher with that offense either. Right. But, I don't think he's one of those guys that you have a plan of attack of pass rushing him like a Lamar Jackson. They're different.
Because Lamar's going to run 80 on you if he gets free.
Yeah, he's going to go right up the field.
Yeah.
So, you're not going to necessarily spy Patrick Mahomes. But the one thing I think that would be perfect is that you just get as much speed on the field as you possibly can and just have an awareness that he will step up and try to extend the play and do things. So as you are rushing, you just have to have an awareness, hey, look, this guy could scat at any time. But don't, go into it power rushing and bull rushing, getting ready to come off either way, because then you just become too passive. And you got to take a shot at him, but have that awareness on the way to him.
You got to wrap this guy up. He's hard to get down sometimes. More than you would think.
And whack him when he's. Hey, look, if he's a runner, whack him.
Yeah. I wish I had him with me.
Whack him.
I do. I love his thoughts, and that's his defense. No, you're with.
If it's legal, whack him.
No, there's no doubt about that.
Yeah,
let
him on the sideline. Okay, JP,
you're inbounds.
It's inbounds.
Make him feel it.
He becomes a runner once he's down the field.
If you want to do it early in the game, that's even better to set a tone too.
Make him feel it.
Kind of like what was it, Trayvon against the Texans, and he was coming out for Stroud. He was coming. Stroud took like a turn at the last second, and I was like, ooh, Stroud just might have saved his day right there, And I don't know if we're going to have Trayvon running around the field this week or not.
He's got the wrist issue, and that's day to day, aren't we all? Yep. We're back in a moment. We'll take a look at the other side of things here when we come back, and this Jaguars offense against Spagnuolo, the defensive coordinator, and what the Jaguars have to do to manage all the pressure this week. That's all coming up. And Monday Night Football coming to the bank this Monday. The Jags and the Chiefs. Limited tickets available. Jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000. They're expecting to release standing room only tickets by this weekend. On 1010XL, 92.5 FM, it is Jaguars Happy Hour.
This is Jaguar Hall of Famer Tony Boselli telling you about Heritage of North Florida, Jacksonville's premier roofing and home remodeling company. With over 25 years of trusted experience, Heritage of North Florida has built a reputation for quality, reliability, and craftsmanship. Whether you need a new roof or updating your kitchen or bathroom, trust the pros at Heritage of North Florida to create the perfect place to call home. Mention Jaguars to get $1,500 off your next roof or kitchen remodel when you go to heritagenfl.com. Go Jags.
It's game time, Jaguars fans. This season, feed your fandom with the Jaguars sub from Publix, the official supermarket of your Jacksonville Jaguars. Wow. Sink your teeth into crispy chicken tenders, boar's head bacon, melted cheddar, sweet coleslaw, and smoky barbecue mayo, all stacked on a fresh white roll. Taste the hype only at Jacksonville Publix locations. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Hey, Duval, here's your chance to be face-to-face with the Jags as they take the field on game day. Jump in the shadows and experience the Jaguars like never before. Enter today at everbank.com/shadows for your chance to be part of the action. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents of the 50 United States and D.C., 18 and older. Entry periods for the sweepstakes are from 8/4/25 to 12/21/25. For official rules and complete details, visit everbank.com/shadows. Sponsor and administrator, Everbank, N.A. member FDIC.
Are you ready to love how you feel, look, and live in every season? At Elace, we offer more than just luxury med spa treatments. We provide a serene, judgment-free space where you can reconnect with the best version of you. Whether you want to refresh your natural look with Botox or Dysport, pamper yourself with a relaxing hydrofacial, or rejuvenate your complexion with laser resurfacing, our expert team in Jacksonville is here to tailor treatments to your needs. Visit Elace.com today and start your journey to loving yourself.
Hey, Jags fans, stop dreaming of creating your game day fan cave and build the Jaguars den of your dreams with ZipChair. When it comes to maximum comfort, ZipChair.com is the only place for officially licensed Jaguars recliners, sofas, bar stools, office and gaming chairs, all featuring high-quality embroidered Jags logos. Crack open a few cold ones in the comfort of a ZipChair and make your home the place to be on game day. Head over to ZipChair.com and save 20% today. Use code JagsRadio at checkout. ZipChair.com, furniture for fans.
It's almost basketball season. North Florida basketball is right around the corner. Secure your seats inside UNF Arena for both men's and women's basketball for less than $20 a game. Visit UNFospreys.com/buy tickets now or call 904-620-BIRD today. Again, North Florida basketball is almost here. Secure your seats inside UNF Arena for both men's and women's basketball for less than $20 a game. Visit UNFospreys.com/buy tickets now or call 904-620-BIRD today. Swoop.
Anywhere and everywhere. He definitely puts a lot of pressure on you as an offense, as a play caller, your quarterback to be able to see it pre-snap. What's the picture going to be post-snap? Zero checks, right? You got to be zero ready at all times, and it could be back to back to back. I think he zeroed me like 3 times in a row last year at one point. A lot of respect for the position that he puts his players in. The attacking mindset that they play with. It's a great opportunity for us this week.
Liam Cohen, Jaguars head coach earlier today. Welcome back. It is Jaguars Happy Hour. And on Tuesday, October 7th from 5 to 6 p.m., head to the Publix at 10500 San Jose Boulevard in Jacksonville. You can meet Wyatt Milam, Jack Kaiser, LaQuinn Allen Jr., and Christian Braswell of the Jaguars. Jacksonville, the Roar will be there as well for a special appearance ahead of the Seahawks game. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure. JP Shadrick with Jeff Lageman. Coach Mark Duffner in studio with us on 1010XL 92.5 FM. It's Jaguars Happy Hour. Leading into Monday Night Football in Week 5, the Chiefs and the Jaguars coming up. And, of course, the head coach there talking about Steve Spagnuolo's defense for the Kansas City Chiefs. All pressure all day at all times from Spagnuolo. And that's got to be – I mean, where do you begin with this defense, Doug?
Well, you've got to be ready for pressure, that's for sure. I mean, on the first snap of the game against Baltimore, he opened it up with blitz. And they blitz more from the secondary than anybody in the league. So it's not just interior blitz. You got to be ready for the full package. Against Lamar Jackson, he blitzed about 51% of the time. The week before against the Giants, about 50%. So, pressure is part of what they do. They do it well. It's well coordinated, but you got to make them pay when that happens. And know that it's coming. You don't panic about it. You blitz-proof what you're doing as far as that's concerned, but you make them pay. When they do that now, there's going to be a lot of one-on-one coverage, and so we got to win on passing game. We got to win in the running game. And I think right now we're up to that challenge as far as that's concerned. We're going to take it up a little bit in terms of the play of our offense this week to make them pay a little bit.
Yeah, I think the one exciting thing about that, it presents a great opportunity, that blitzing. Look, the Jaguars' offensive line, I think, has been as good as any in the National Football League in protection. Trevor's been finishing games with a clean jersey, which is a real positive. And when they send that pressure, it basically depletes, for those that don't quite understand how it works, when a defense sends what is considered a cover zero blitz, they're playing man coverage in the back end. There's no free safety. There's no free player that can save a tackle if it gets, wide receiver gets by a defender or anything like that. So when you send extra guys in rush, you don't have as many in coverage, which means you've got an opportunity there. If you block it up front, okay, perfect example is I think it was a 48-yarder to Brian Thomas Jr. in the Texans game. That was a cover zero call. Okay, they blocked it up, got the protection just right. Trevor throws an accurate ball. Brian makes the catch, big play. Okay, and if you can do the same thing against the Chiefs, because they're good, okay, but they're not great. They don't have Deion Sanders over there playing both corner spots. There's some opportunities there, and Trevor, Brian Thomas Jr., Travis Hunter, got to make them pay. Yeah. When you got the chance, make them pay.
And then, go ahead, Duff.
No, absolutely. I'm dead on what Jeff said. Excellent explanation of zero pressure and what that means for the fans.
How about the defensive line up front? I mean, Chris Jones clearly is the
wild
guy.
Card. Yeah, Chris is. He's a stud. You go back to Anton's first career game as a starter at right tackle. He goes out there, and all of a sudden the Chiefs line up Chris Jones on him. And Anton got a taste of something he's never seen before. So you don't know where they're going to line up Chris Jones. And here's the other thing that's kind of the wild card. You don't know what Chris Jones you're going to get. Are you going to get the Chris Jones that's going to come 100 miles an hour every play, or are you going to get the Chris Jones that takes 2 steps and stops and stands up? But you got to be ready for the guy that's coming 100 miles an hour, because when he is on, he's unblockable.
Especially when primetime lights are on, right?
Yeah.
Maybe he steps it up a little more.
He can be unblockable. But, again, he's one guy. Karlaftis is probably the next best pass rusher, but he's an effort guy. I don't think he's any kind of Superman or anything of that nature. He can be blocked. The rest of the defensive line, they're okay. But those are the two main guys. But Chris Jones he's the star of that show.
Yeah, he can be a wrecker for sure. He is as properly described there by Jeff, no doubt.
Duff, what about pre-snap Trevor Lawrence? He's been pretty good at diagnosing and
he's stealing signals, JP.
Okay,
stealing signals.
I forgot about that. Yeah, of course. So
well done.
He's getting to the line, and for the most part, from most accounts, okay, he's getting into the correct play. The execution at times down the field hasn't been there. The operation to get to the play sometimes has been late. There's delay of games and things. Then you play a defense like this. It's going to come at you. You've got to figure out where it's coming from. How good are they at disguising on defense? And as a quarterback, you just got to get it in earlier, right? They're
for sure.
Speed up the operation.
Yeah, I think you do, and that's going to be a key for us. We've got to be operation clean in this game in terms of no miscues in terms of the penalties pre-snap. But they do as good as anybody at disguising it. They're going to give you a 2-deep shell, and then they're going to work to, if they're going to pressure, what angles. And a lot of it's going to be after the snap. They're going to try to delay it like everybody does, so the quarterback sees one thing pre-snap, but it's different post-snap. I'm sure that Liam and staff are doing a good job of showing him those different looks in terms of both the practice plan and also on video, so he'll be ready for it. But, we still got to execute. And again, as I said, this is a game the offense has got to turn it up another notch. We're expecting to see explosive plays, to make the plays that Jeff was talking about. If they're going blitz, we got to make them pay.
Yeah, and there were some opportunities last week that they weren't able to take advantage of. A couple couple deep balls. There was two of them to Travis, another one to Parker that Jaguars offense were not able to capitalize on. Trevor's got to find them. Trevor's got to make his get better with his accuracy. Take another step, and he's got to get better. My expectation is that you have a game that you get 4 takeaways as a defense, and you have a special team scoring another big kick return. I mean, that a lot of times is a 40-burger on the scoreboard. And it's a 26-burger. So it's like a
slider.
It's kind of like a slider.
Burger.
You're not looking for you want the big sloppy double whopper.
No, you got to take advantage of those options. Like Jeff just said, those are all indicative of wins. And when you get multiple indicators like that, they're big wins. So we're due right now as far as that's concerned. I looked at the quarterback ratings across the league last week in each game, and the team and this is kind of a no-brainer statement, but the team that's quarterback had the highest quarterback rating, a percentage that they get in the course of their play. Every one of them won the game. So we're playing against a good quarterback. Our quarterback's got to make plays and win that quarterback rating, or at least contribute to that so we can have the team effort to win the game.
I think it's going to be interesting, too, this week and I know you're going to do the injury report here in a little while, but that's kind of a big thing this week. You got banged up a little bit in that San Francisco game. You had a lot of guys kind of going in and out. And, by the way, kudos to that offensive line because you had 2 backups in there at different times, and the offensive line never missed a beat. I think you mentioned that first time since 2015 that the 49ers never got a pressure on a quarterback.
Never got a hit on a quarterback.
Or a hit on a quarterback in a game. And that was, I think, pretty impressive by the offensive line group. And which is, and one of the things that I think I got to say here as far as the offensive line, I love the way that they finish, because running the football it takes, I did this with a video this week, it takes talent and it takes scheme. But I think it takes more grit, more want to than anything else. And the offensive line, I think, is got the want to at a level that I haven't seen here in a long time. And they got a lot of grit to them, and it's fun to watch.
Well, I'll second that. I mean, I haven't been around an offensive line that through 4 games has performed like they are. Now, we're still things to improve, no question. They're not the 7 blocks of granite yet. But, I mean, I'm just telling you that, just as Jeff said, the protection – the physical finish that they're having. I mean, they're taking people and knocking them down and within the rules after, as to the echo of the whistle. And so I'm really impressed with that group. Tip the hat to them.
And especially when you have the tight ends playing like they are in the run game and the wide receivers down the field, that's a great combination.
Brenton Strange is elite.
Yes.
I'm here to tell everybody, Brenton Strange is maybe the best tight end in football right now.
Well, I know this. I certainly he's a clutch receiver. He's making catches left and right. But, buddy, he blocks too now. And we saw it in the very first game that he's served notice to all those defensive ends. You better buckle up because he's coming. So, I mean, I'm highly impressed with him as a receiver and blocker.
I'm the president of his fan club.
Apparently so.
Darn right, man. Heck yeah. I think he's a great player. I love players that play the game the way it was meant to be played, especially at certain positions. And tight end is a position, and it gives offensive coordinators, it's like an offensive coordinator's dream guy, to have a tight end that can block the way that Brenton Strange blocks, and then also to be the receiver that he is. And Duff, you can attest to this. If you're getting ready to face a team that has a tight end like Brenton Strange, you're in a quandary. Who do we put on them, and who do we end up trying to match them up with, not only in the passing game but in the running game?
Major pain for you. I mean, that's what he presents for you. I mean, typically a team, they've got a good tight end. You know what to do. When he comes in, you could bring a DB in maybe because he's not a good blocker. You put the big guys in there when the other guys in there because he can't receive. But this guy can do it all. And what a tremendous value he brings to the Jaguar offense.
From a scheme standpoint, Brenton Strange is an offensive coordinator's dream.
He's the leading receiver on the team.
Leading receiver.
Yeah. He's got to be one of the best blockers on the team. It may be the best. I mean, I haven't seen him miss one. The guy, and not only not miss them, he's damaged guys.
He is the modern day George Kittle. There you go. I mean, and look, George Kittle's got Pro Bowls and all that kind of stuff, and I think Brenton Strange will get there one day, but along the lines of that type of player. I mean, that's what he is.
And then you got Hunter Long hawking his touchdowns, though, near the goal line twice.
No. Both, but really, the tight ends, I mean, and to their credit so far, I mean, they really have stood up in this offense right now and been productive and been count on me players when you need it. It's been excellent.
Duff, let's get some keys to victory for a Jaguars victory Monday Night Football under the lights. The perennial AFC power. Kansas City Chiefs are in town. How do the Jaguars get it done?
Well, first of all, we got to control the football, and running the football is going to be the primary source as far as that's concerned. Run and play action pass. I mean, they're 22nd in the league in terms of giving up about 127 yards a game rushing, so that's kind of where they struggle a little bit on defense for sure. We've got to clean up our operation on that side, across the board in all phases, special teams, offense, and defense in terms of the penalty situation. Protect the ball. When we've got it, we've done a good job of ball security, but continue to do that. And defensively, we got to affect this quarterback with coverage. We got to tackle him when he gets an opportunity. When we get the opportunity, whether it be in him as a runner, a scrambler, or also as a, when he does sit back there to throw the football. Same things as always. We got to win the takeaway battle. That's going to be critical. And we got to limit explosives. They got a little more explosive in this last game against Baltimore. I'm talking about Kansas City, and that's kind of how they like to play. They want to take 5 or 6 shots a game, easy as far as that's kind of been their MO. So we've got to be ready for those. Make plays when they present themselves to us, and show the nation right now what this team's all about. And a tremendous opportunity for the franchise, the city, for this team. Monday Night Football doesn't get any better.
Now, there's nothing better than playing night football. I remember when I came in the league, you didn't have Sunday night, Thursday night, and all this other stuff. Monday night was it, when it came to prime time. And it's always different because – you have the ability to put on a show in front of your peers. And it also takes you back, I think, a little bit to your childhood when you were playing high school football under the lights. And so it's a special occasion. But you also have to realize that just because you're playing at nighttime, it doesn't make the game any different. So you can't get overhyped. Yeah. Look, Kansas City, I think they have like 7 primetime games this year. This is the Jaguars' only one. They're used to playing in primetime. It's not a big deal to them. They still play football. So the one thing I will say about the Jaguars, you got to make sure that you manage the moment, so to speak, and don't make it more than it is.
And forget the logo on the other side like they did last week. Just go play the other team and play your own brand of football.
No, they've been a team that's all about us every week right now, and they just got to keep doing that. Keep taking care of the ball, keep those other guys sitting on their hands over there. So, amen to that.
Duff, always a pleasure.
Thanks
for the time,
Appreciate
as always.
It. Thank you very much.
Always love the insight.
Love being here.
To games. We'll do it again next week on a short week.
We're looking forward to it.
Yeah. Mark Duffner with us in studio each and every Thursday. And from the backyard to the beaches, the Ford F-150 with available Pro Power on board gives you the power of a mobile generator. Ford, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. See your local Ford dealer today. We're on 1010XL, 92.5 FM, Jaguars.com, and Jaguars YouTube at 5 o'clock. It's Jags HQ. This is Jaguars Happy Hour.
This is Jaguar Hall of Famer Tony Boselli telling you about Heritage of North Florida, Jacksonville's premier roofing and home remodeling company. With over 25 years of trusted experience, Heritage of North Florida has built a reputation for quality, reliability, and craftsmanship. Whether you need a new roof or updating your kitchen or bathroom, trust the pros at Heritage of North Florida to create the perfect place to call home. Mention Jaguars to get $1,500 off your next roof or kitchen remodel when you go to heritagenfl.com. Go Jags.
It's game on, Jaguars fans, no matter where you might be. From the backyard to the beaches, the Ford F-150 with available Pro Power on board gives you the power of a mobile generator. So as long as you've got a TV and a signal, you don't have to miss another game. Just one more reason why Ford F-Series has been the best-selling truck in America 48 straight years and counting. Ford, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. See your local Ford dealer today.
It's here that a tiny newborn has the heart surgery needed to save her life. It's here that a first grader learns to speak clearly and confidently. It's here that a 12-year-old athlete builds the strength to run full speed again. It's here at Wolfson Children's Hospital that answers are found. courage is shown, and odds are beaten every day. Wolfson Children's, always here. Visit wolfsonchildrens.com.
It's almost basketball season. North Florida basketball is right around the corner. Secure your seats inside UNF Arena for both men's and women's basketball for less than $20 a game. Visit UNFospreys.com/buy tickets now or call 904-620-BIRD today. Again, North Florida basketball is almost here. Secure your seats inside UNF Arena for both men's and women's basketball for less than $20 a game. Visit UNFospreys.com/buy tickets now or call 904-620-BIRD today. Swoop.
Is your organization ready to tackle its toughest challenges? For 3 decades, CSI Companies based in Jacksonville has been the trusted workforce partner for leading healthcare and technology providers nationwide. Whether finding the right talent for a specific job, advising on a strategic project, or offering seamless managed services, they tailor every solution to fit your needs. CSI brings trusted expertise and a people-first approach to your organization. Get the job done right. Together, we go further. Learn more at CSICompanies.com.
The Jaguars bring performance, strength, and passion to every play. And you'll find the same when you bank with Everbank. Open an Everbank Performance Savings account and score serious savings. See what you could earn at everbank.com/Jaguars. Everbank, advantage you. Member FDIC and the official bank of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
The operation he owns, right? He owns the whole thing. He can see it pre-snap, make adjustments, tell the guys to run different routes if he doesn't like the look that he's seeing. But then obviously, and then the accuracy within the timing and rhythm of a play, he's very accurate. And then when he does probably do what he does best is getting on the move and being a passer, remaining a passer first. Being able to obviously make throws this way, that way, this way, over his head. He's very impressive, and it's a great challenge for our guys this week.
Liam Cohen discussing Patrick Mahomes of the Kansas City Chiefs. Of course, it's Week 5. The Jaguars and the Chiefs on Monday Night Football coming up this Monday night, the 6th. It is Jaguars Happy Hour. We're at the Hyundai Studios, the Miller Electric Center. Our thanks to former Jags linebackers coach Mark Duffner joining us each and every Thursday, breaking down the upcoming opponent. We're on 1010XL, 92.5 FM, Jaguars.com, Jaguars YouTube. JP Shadrick, Jeff Lageman, Kainani Stevens in studio with us. Hi, Kai.
Hi. JP, you're multi-talented like that, right?
I throw a lot of different arm angles. That's what I do. Yeah. Come on, Logs.
You're an old baseball guy. You must have some pitches.
Oh, no. I just announced baseball. I never played.
He can announce any. He can announce
That's what I mean, multi-talented.
Like
this
like
way.
That, like that.
Radio, TV.
Oof.
You got
I
it.
don't know about that. This is obviously the priority this week is Patrick. It's the Chiefs. They're the power in the NFL right now, the dynasty. Here they are.
Absolutely. And I think it's exciting. I will say, play whatever's on your schedule, of course. I am excited to see what they are going to look like against the Chiefs now that Xavier Worthy's back. The Chiefs offense looked back, or at least against whatever the Baltimore Ravens defense is doing last week. So at least you feel like it's a better gauge, at least for me, to kind of see where they are at, and obviously to come in at 3-1 for the Jags in this game. I think many people thought they were going to have the better record coming in. I'm sure nobody thought that. And I just love Monday Night Football. I love primetime. It's just different. You hear the music, and it's just like, yeah.
It's got the pomp, the circumstance, and the attention of the entire league, and that's what makes Monday night special. Troy Aikman, Joe Buck, it's the whole 9 yards, and looking forward to this ball game. It's been a minute since this team has had a win on Monday night, and I'm looking forward to seeing that on Monday night.
It's been a while since this team's had a win against the Chiefs as well. 2009. Well, the Chiefs have been really good, and the Jaguars have not been really good. So
I was looking
Very
back
eloquent.
on the roster of that win.
Right? Oh, yeah, right?
And David Garrard, Maurice Jones-Drew, Mike Sims-Walker along the offensive line, Darryl Smith,
Yeah.
Rasheed Mathis. Yeah, so it's pretty cool looking back on that roster of that team back in 2009.
Been a while. 8 straight for the Chiefs, including the playoff win in the divisional round back after the 2022 season. Time now for the Jaguars defensive coverage of the game presented by GEHA, Government Employees Health Association, benefits for federal employees and retirees. And we take a look at the Chiefs offense. You know, we mentioned it, Patrick Mahomes, yes, nearly 1,000 yards in the first 4 games, 7 touchdowns a pick, but he's also the leading rusher for the Chiefs, which is pretty wild.
Should say something about the state of the running back room at this point.
Right.
That's not the stat that you want to have. And Kelsey, you know, the stat that's not up there with his 15 receptions for 182 yards and a touchdown, he's playing about 60% of the time now, which is definitely a career low for him, and a lot of his numbers are all career lows. But the one thing about him that makes me kind of nervous is that he has the ability to sometimes elevate his game, even in his older years, and then to have tremendous outings. And so even though you've got a player that's up there in years, you still have to give him a lot of respect.
And I know this is a different defense, but I'm always wary of the tight end. They always seem to find a way against the Jaguars to go off. So that's always a concern.
Brutal. The Jaguars have not had the play on defense of Devin Lloyd that they have right now in the past few years, of course. So he is the AFC Defensive Player of the Month. The last time a Jaguar won that award, December 2005, Mike Peterson. So it's been a minute. Devin Lloyd's playing.
He got a double award, right? The Player of the Week and the Player of the Month.
He did. Correct.
Impressive.
Pretty impressive stuff. It's been a while, though, Kai. I mean,
it certainly has.
Yeah.
I think
they've had some good defensive players in the 2017, 2022, some moments, but not like this.
I think what's been cool for me to see, specifically on the defensive side of the ball, is maybe these are players we had last year that weren't living up to expectations. Maybe Devin Lloyd was I don't know what position he was put in last year. Maybe that's what he wasn't comfortable with, whatever scheme they were running. But to get some of these guys, whether it's Armstead going back to his natural position, even Travis Etienne on the offensive side of the ball, when you're seeing these guys that have been here being put in an advantageous position to where they can play to their own skill sets. I mean, we've heard it from, whether it's Tony or James or Liam 100 times over. We want everybody to just be themselves and be the best version of themselves, right? And they're really putting these guys in a place where they can be successful. I don't know if for Devin, that's just allowing him to play a little freer and use his athleticism, which we've always known he's had. He's slimmed down since last year and just clearly taking advantage of that. And then it's become contagious, at least on the defensive side of the football, because even when Devin Lloyd's not getting interceptions, he's around the ball, around the quarterback. He seems to be all in the mix of it. And it's really cool to see him make that progression here from compared to what we saw last year, which was a tough defensive year for everybody, to now see him be so successful.
Yeah, to see him kind of get the first thing I think that had to be taken, I guess, along the process of getting him to where he's at now is to get him out of the unnatural position. Last year they moved him to Mike. They got him up to 250 pounds. It's not kind of player he is, and so that was like mistake number one by the former coaching staff, for there was many. But getting him back to the will position, allowing him to do the things that he does best and playing mistake-free, I think has been huge for him. And he's getting a lot of really good coaching, as we mentioned with Duffner before. But, a lot of credit needs to go to Devin Lloyd. And I will say this. You look at the positions that had legitimate competition in training camp, okay, and there was a battle going on at that will linebacker spot, the weak side linebacking position. That was one that had Devin Lloyd as well as Ventrell Miller in a position battle. Did it not elevate the level of play of the position, having competition there? Look at the other positions that had competition. Same thing, okay, the safety position, the level of competition that they had there elevated the level of play now of the safety position, even along with the offensive line. More competition, better play this year.
So that's good. A good thing, certainly. Hey, you know what else is a good thing?
What's that?
Jaguars All Access Television,
dun, dun, dun.
7 o'clock, Fox 30. Is there a theme song for that, too?
No, I just got into Monday Night Football again. I got excited. My bad.
Okay. Who's the guest tonight, Kai?
Parker Washington.
Oh, what is the celebration?
What is that?
Can you ask him
So the defensive players I have asked him before. At Penn State, the defensive players used to do something bird-esque with the wings, and he stole it and just runs with it now, him and Brenton. is a Penn State situation, and he said, I liked it, so now I'm doing it.
There you go.
By the way, tough loss for Penn State this past week.
Yeah, I won't bring that up.
Don't
bring that up for Parker.
They got out Penn Stated by Oregon somehow.
I'll probably bring that up to him.
I'm going to pretend I don't know what's up.
They always blow one game a year, Penn State.
Well, by the way,
big one too.
Parker Washington, he had a couple drops in the game against Houston, was kind of very unlike him. But for him to rebound from that performance, to have the performance that he had in San Francisco, awesome. Kudos to him. The punt return that he had, he's got, 2 career punt return for touchdowns now?
One's from 96, and this one's from 87.
And what's his punt return average in his career now?
Oh, it's got to be big, right?
I mean, it's got to be huge, right?
Just
he doesn't have a
those
ton
two,
of punt returns, but this one here was a thing of beauty in San Francisco because, first of all, he makes the first guy miss. He gets a very good block also. I think it was from Braswell at the very last second, keeping the gunner off of him. And or whoever that was, and then he makes the one guy miss, and then after that it was just great vision up the field, and he was not touched the entire way until he got touched by his teammates in the end zone.
He's just under 17 yards of return on punts in his career.
And how many does he have career number-wise of returns?
24 for 400 yards total.
It's awesome.
2 touchdowns.
It's
one of those
awesome.
96 and the 187 this year. Both of those on booming punts that drove him back, by the way, and opened up the field in front of him. And he took advantage.
Yeah, good for him. He's a good football player. And I think you even got to think about moving him back as a kick returner. To get a jump start on the kick return. That's the one area.
Do something with that, yeah.
That's got to get better is the kickoff coverage and the kickoff return.
Well, we got one last week. Tootin had one.
Yeah,
before
Tootin had
halftime.
one. Yeah, Tootin had one, but I don't know if LeQuint's kind of a natural back there.
Oh, he's learning.
Yeah.
You like having him on the field though when he does block because he can block for those.
Blocking is amazing, but I mean you got to have 2 viable returners on.
Yeah, because they'll just kick it to the guy who can't do it.
Yeah. Or is the lesser returner, right? So. My expectation is that most of the teams going forward are not going to want to kick it to Tootin. They're going to kick it to LeQuint. So hopefully LeQuint can make them pay.
I like that. Parker Washington, 7 o'clock tonight. What's on the menu tonight? What are you ordering at Strings?
I play it by ear. I know Jeff has his standing order, but I play it by ear, see what I'm feeling like. I don't know if I'm not going to have a drink. Maybe I'll stay after and have a drink, but I feel like it felt a little
What did you have last week?
fall-ish today.
It did.
Last week I had a salad with pulled pork.
Okay, get a salad with pulled pork again.
Okay.
Okay, let's keep it going, right?
These football players are very superstitious. I will not be the one that brings this party down, so I'm going to do whatever needs to be done.
I'm going to get the exact same thing that I had last week.
Win, lose, or draw. That's what you do anyway.
No, I different size order, but the same order,
okay.
but it's just the numbers. So I'll get the exact same numbers that I had last week.
How many did you get last week?
I think I got 20.
It's a lot of wings.
20 wings.
You ate them all by yourself?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Crush them.
Wow.
All I need is a bib.
I wonder if they'll have the garage doors open tonight with the weather so nice.
It's pouring now, so I would
maybe
imagine not. I know you guys are enclosed a little bit, but
we're in the cocoon.
It's
here.
raining.
Okay, maybe not.
You couldn't hear the rain?
No. Tonight, 7 o'clock, Jaguars All Access Television, Fox 30, Strings Sports Brewery in Springfield. Kai, you'll be there. Good to see you.
See you there. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Kai Stevens joining us in studio as always. We're back with the injury report and some final thoughts. And then at 5 o'clock, it's Jags HQ. And if you want customized Jags furniture for your home, check out zipchair.com and browse all customizable options. Zip Chair furniture for fans. This is Jaguars Happy Hour.
This is Jaguar Hall of Famer Tony Boselli telling you about Heritage of North Florida, Jacksonville's premier roofing and home remodeling company. With over 25 years of trusted experience, Heritage of North Florida has built a reputation for quality, reliability, and craftsmanship. Whether you need a new roof or updating your kitchen or bathroom, trust the pros at Heritage of North Florida to create the perfect place to call home. Mention Jaguars to get $1,500 off your next roof or kitchen remodel when you go to heritagenfl.com. Go Jags.
Frank Frangie here. When you want barbecue in Jacksonville, you want Bono's Pit Barbecue. You can find Bono's locations all around town and on game day at Everbank Stadium because Bono's is the official barbecue of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Over 70 years of authentic Southern Pit Barbecue. We are the local barbecue joint in BBQval for generations of people in Jacksonville. Go to bonosbarbecue.com to learn more or call 904-880-8310 today. And remember, if you don't see a pit, it ain't legit.
It's almost basketball season. North Florida basketball is right around the corner. Secure your seats inside UNF Arena for both men's and women's basketball for less than $20 a game. Visit UNFospreys.com/buy tickets now or call 904-620-BIRD today. Again, North Florida basketball is almost here. Secure your seats inside UNF Arena for both men's and women's basketball for less than $20 a game. Visit UNFospreys.com/buy tickets now or call 904-620-BIRD today. Swoop.
It's game on, Jaguars fans, no matter where you might be. From the backyard to the beaches, the Ford F-150 with available Pro Power on board gives you the power of a mobile generator. So as long as you've got a TV and a signal, you don't have to miss another game. Just one more reason why Ford F-Series has been the best-selling truck in America 48 straight years and counting. Ford, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. See your local Ford dealer today.
Hey, Duval, here's your chance to be face-to-face with the Jags as they take the field on game day. Jump in the shadows and experience the Jaguars like never before. Enter today at everbank.com/shadows for your chance to be part of the action. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents of the 50 United States and D.C., 18 and older. Entry periods for the sweepstakes are from 8/4/25 to 12/21/25. For official rules and complete details, visit everbank.com/shadows. Sponsor and administrator, Everbank, N.A. member FDIC.
Is your organization ready to tackle its toughest challenges? For 3 decades, CSI Companies based in Jacksonville has been the trusted workforce partner for leading healthcare and technology providers nationwide. Whether finding the right talent for a specific job, advising on a strategic project, or offering seamless managed services, they tailor every solution to fit your needs. CSI brings trusted expertise and a people-first approach to your organization. Get the job done right. Together, we go further. Learn more at CSICompanies.com.
Our whole fan base, the community, the city, to come and support, right? We've tried to put a product on the field each week that our fans can be proud of the way that our players compete, how tough they're playing. It's not perfect, but I do think our players care and they're trying to do everything they can to put the best product out there for our fan base.
Liam Cohen, Jaguars head coach, earlier today in his press conference, all the press conferences today, he and Trevor Lawrence both spoke with the media. They're at Jaguars.com, Jaguars YouTube. Some locker room sound as well. A lot of defense in there today. We'll get some more from the offense coming up tomorrow on the team website. It's Jaguars Happy Hour. JP Shadrick with Jeff Lageman. Our thanks to Kanani Stevens joining us in studio just a moment ago. We're at the Hyundai Studios of the Miller Electric Center, 1010XL, 92.5 FM, 5 o'clock, Jags HQ. I have no idea who's going to be on the show with us tonight.
That's why we call it HQ.
Yeah. It could be anybody.
Headquarters,
that's what it means.
3 guys in charge.
Well, yeah. We'll see who pops through the door at 5 o'clock.
You never know.
And we'll talk to them. We'll interview whoever's here.
We've been pretty consistent with James and Tony.
They've been great.
Could we get a wild card tonight?
You never know.
Get the head coach?
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out in less than 10 minutes. Time now for the injury report presented by UF Health, the proud healthcare partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Just came out a few minutes ago. We'll start with Kansas City. Why not? Mm-hmm. Marquise Brown, wide receiver, ankle issue, full. Michael Dannett, defensive end, quadriceps full. Everybody's full, except Christian Fulton, the cornerback with an ankle who was limited today. Mahomes on the list with a groin issue. Omenihu, defensive end, ankle. Smith-Schuster, knee. Jawan Taylor, the tackle, knee issue. James Winchester, hamstring, long snapper. And Xavier Worthy with the shoulder, of course. He was hurt week 1 when he ran into Travis Kelce in Brazil. Friendly fire there. But all those guys are full for the Chiefs. The only limited is Fulton. So keep an eye on that.
All right. What about the Jags? That's the important one because they were kind of a mash unit in San Fran.
There's a lot going on out there, right? Yasir Abdullah did not practice today with a hamstring issue. He did not play in last week's game either, the linebacker. De'Ami Brown limited today wide receiver with a shoulder injury. Of course, he today in the open period when the media was out there had the non-contact jersey on. Ezra Cleveland, guard, concussion/ankle, limited today. Chuma Edoga, tackle, knee issue, limited today. Anton Harrison, tackle with an elbow issue, limited today. Patrick McCary, the guard with a knee issue, limited. Oof. Wyatt Milam, guard, knee injury, limited today. Eric Murray, the safety, with a neck problem, limited today. Bayshul Tootin, running back, with a shoulder issue, limited on Thursday.
Okay.
And then Trayvon Walker, the defensive end, a wrist injury, had a surgical procedure, according to the head coach. He's day-to-day. He did not practice today. He is not ruled out for the week, though, so it's a possibility. Sounds like more of a pain tolerance thing for him. We'll see how the week goes.
Wait a minute. He had surgery on Monday. You're telling me it's a pain tolerance thing?
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, the
long week, maybe. You know what? I don't know.
Well, first of all, Trayvon is not normal.
Right.
Okay, when it comes to his physical makeup, nor his mental makeup, because he is an exceptional competitor. Is he going to be able to play this week? I don't know about that. But you have a surgery on a Monday. I know that one thing you want to make sure that you do is to keep the wound site or the surgical site clean. So I don't know what's going to happen with him. But I think at some point they'll club it up and then he can play. And I don't know when that's going to be. But they are going to miss him if he's not available. But the reason that you went out and got Agba and you brought Smoot back is for a moment like this. Those guys need to step in and raise their level of play up to where this defense cannot miss a beat.
Then you had the young undrafted guys. One of them was up last week, too, as a possibility.
Yeah, B.J. Green was up last week for the first time in his career, and congratulations to him. Danny Strigow could be up this week. I mean, that could be an opportunity for him, but we'll have to wait and see.
We'll see. There you have it. The injury report is out, and we'll keep an eye on it all week long. A lot of offensive linemen on that list as well this week.
That's the concern. That's the big concern.
No doubt.
That's a lot of guys. You basically got 3/5 of your starting offensive line banged up in a significant way to where they were in and out of the lineup. Just a couple positives out of that. Again, that they never seemed to miss a beat when they had the backups in. And Udoga was the first one to go in. And then Van Lanen had to go in and played some guard and did pretty well at guard. And Udoga, when he was in there, did a good job. So kudos to those guys for stepping in and the offense never missing a beat. Trevor still had a comfortable pocket with those guys on the field, a very, very comfortable pocket.
Update on the Stadium of the Future construction. Tomorrow morning, there will be an official introduction of the opening of Grand Staircase 1 inside of Gate 1. That'll take most everybody that goes in if they want to get to the main concourse, and that will be part of the Stadium of the Future. It will open for Monday night. The official announcement of that tomorrow morning. You'll hear from Mark Lamping, Mayor Donna Deegan. I think Boselli will be there as well as part of the remarks. And you can check that out on Jaguars.com and other places. Of course, we'll have the coverage of that. Also, construction continues, of course. All the gates as they were for the previous home games here. The inbound side of the Main Street Bridge is still closed. So if you're coming in on game day, use any of the other bridges downtown, Matthews, Hart, Acosta, or the Fuller Warren. If you want to take the interstate the long way around and weave through downtown, that's a possibility as well. Outbound is still open on the Main Street Bridge.
Just give yourself a little bit of extra time.
And you know what? You got all day.
And that's the great thing about Monday night.
Right.
Look, you can tailgate like crazy.
Yeah, I think the official lots open 4 hours before kickoff.
And I don't know, are they going to announce that Tuesday is an official holiday if the Jaguars win on Monday night in Jacksonville?
Never know, right? Possibility.
It'd be pretty good.
It'd be a big-time win for this team and a big step in the right direction for this organization as a whole. It's been a long time since they've had this kind of opportunity, and this is a team that feels like they have the personality to go handle an opportunity like this.
Look, it's an opportunity, but you also need to remember that it's a football game. It's the exact same as the ones that you've been attending to at 1 o'clock on Sunday, and don't treat it any differently so that the emotions don't run too high, and then all of a sudden you have an adrenaline rush kind of failure after like the first 5 minutes of the game because you got too amped up.
Yeah,
that's not good.
And yes, those are the Kansas City Chiefs on the other side as well.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
They are.
15 is really good now.
He's really good.
He's arguably the greatest quarterback, right up there with Tom Brady. I mean, look at the numbers. It's hard to argue that. Not going to say could have had him here.
Well, okay. I mean, Tony Boselli is hopped in early. He's going to be on Jags HQ coming up. He's trying to talk. We don't have your mic on right now. There we go, Tony. What's up?
It sounds like JP's scared.
I'm not scared at all.
You know what I'm scared of?
Kansas City Chiefs.
You know what I'm scared of? Is that you actually got here early today.
Wow. Hayes in the barn, huh, Tony? Okay.
No, not even close. We're just getting started. Today was day one of the work week.
Today was Wednesday, technically.
Yeah, we pushed everything back. No, they're a good team.
Love that.
Good football team.
Who's coming in on the show? We got 20 seconds.
James will be here. Liam is going to try to stop by if he can get out of some game planning. He's going to try to say hi.
No, we don't want to take him out of game planning.
No. We're trying to work it through. Okay. But James will be here any minute.
All right, we're back in a moment with Jags HQ. That's on the Jaguars Radio Network. This is Jaguars Happy Hour.
Welcome to Jags HQ, presented by Fresh from Florida. JP Shadrick and former Jaguar Jeff Lageman sit down each week with the decision makers of your Jacksonville Jaguars.
We're going to bring you a product that you all can be proud of. With that, game on.
Jags HQ, presented by Fresh from Florida, starts right now.
Welcome in. It is Jags HQ, presented by Fresh from Florida from the Hyundai Studios. We're on the Jaguars Radio Network, presented by the University of Florida, #1 university in the U.S. News and World Report's #1 state for education. JP Shadrick, Jeff Lageman, joined by Tony Boselli and James Gladstone, ahead of Week 5, Monday Night Football. We'll get to the Chiefs-Jaguars matchup coming up shortly. Good afternoon, gentlemen. James, what's up?
How's it going, everybody?
It's good. Team's 3-1 and coming back home for a couple games here at the bank coming up. But let's have a quick review of the week that was in San Francisco. I mean, this handling the business out on the West Coast against a talented 49ers team, but the defense doing their thing again with 4 takeaways. The offense running the football. Both lines of scrimmage stood up, and this is Jaguars football, it feels like.
Yeah, it does. And I think, we had talked about it a little bit this time last week, the idea of what a response looks like, not just in the face of adversity, but once we experience a bit of success, and to be able to go across country and walk away with a result that we saw last Sunday. Certainly a fulfilling moment in time, and got to give our coaching staff, our players, a lot of credit, along with our support staff, to put everybody in good positions to be at their best. And I certainly think we saw that show up when it was required down the stretch, and that's a couple instances now where our defense does a great job to close things out, but nonetheless to be able to go against another outfit off the heels of the Houston Texans, now the San Francisco 49ers, where those are physical football teams, and to walk away feeling as if we did our part to exceed their level of physicality is certainly something that we're proud of and look to continue to build off of, and make sure that the identity of this football team in 2025 continues to evolve as we take an even bigger stage here this coming Monday night against the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, I think to build on what James is talking about, I think so much of what we've talked about from the beginning is it starts with us. Like, we've played great opponents. James talked about the Houston Texans, great defense, physical, tough. 49ers, historically, great organization, tough defense, great offensive mind as far as their head coach and how they operate. But so much of those games and how we want to operate is like, let's start with how we play and who we are as the Jacksonville Jaguars. And that is no different this week. We got arguably the most successful, I don't think it's even arguably, the most successful franchise of this era, with the greatest quarterback of this era, who's won multiple Super Bowls, been to multiple Super Bowls, I mean, this guy doesn't even know what it's like not to go to an AFC Championship game. I mean, that's how successful he's been. But with that, as good as an organization as our Hall of Fame, future Hall of Fame coach, quarterback, tight end, great player in Chris Jones. I mean, they are littered across. This is a really good football team. The focus always needs to come back to of who we plan on being and what is our identity and how to our style of play. And that's what I really appreciate about Liam, our staff, our players, of how they focus and how they go about their business. They did it last week. Looking forward to them having another opportunity to come out Monday Night Football for everyone to see. It's a great opportunity for us as an organization to continue to build on what we're trying, who we want to be, and how we want to operate. And looking forward to the next challenge. And it's a huge challenge. This is a really good football team we're playing.
Yeah, I thought last week was a major accomplishment just because, you know, the toughness of traveling west, so to speak, is kind of sitting out there. But then also in the course of the ball game, you guys had injuries and had guys that stepped in and never missed a beat, whether it was on offense or defense. And then you had a game that came down to the end, was contested game throughout pretty much the whole game, but there was never a flinch by your football team. And I thought that character that kind of shows through in games like that, I think is impressive.
Yeah, you know, I don't know the count of minutes that we've trailed through 4 weeks.
9 minutes and 10 seconds total.
Yeah, so we haven't trailed for a ton of time over the course of 4 games. This was probably the longest stretch in a game that we had experienced coming from behind, so to speak. So to see that as its first real exposure result in something positive, certainly a great sign. Obviously, we know that over the course of a full season, we're going to experience a longer stretch at some point where we'll have to likely battle through. But to test that, to see what our bandwidth for that looks like, certainly that resolve to show itself, and know that it wasn't through everybody that you would expect to be on the grass from start to finish, right? People filling in in a positive way to ensure that, you know, their presence was felt and we didn't feel any fall off. It's certainly exciting. Obviously, you know, going into this next game, there's some questions as to who's going to be available, who's not, and we may have to continue to see that present itself, but certainly feel good about, you know, our group as a whole and being able to level up as needed.
Well, I mean, and you look at that real quick. I mean, offensively, we ran for 151 yards against good defense. And Trevor was not only not sacked or pressured, was not touched in an NFL football game. Mm-hmm. First time since 2015, the time against the 49ers. That does not happen very often in this league. And we did that with 7 offensive linemen because we had injuries. Guys stepped in, came off the bench. You look on the defensive side of the ball. Lose Eric Murray during the game. Antonio Johnson comes in. He gets dinged up. Has to leave the game for a short time.
Like the next play. Right?
A rookie who has not played any defensive snaps, or very few.
Just dominated special teams.
He's a dominant special teams player. What his main focus is right now is in this rookie campaign, but has called up on it.
Talking about
Rayon Lane has to come off the bench. Hey, there was no flinch. And then you go throughout that game, a game that, at least from where I was sitting, you're saying, man, we should be controlling this game. It shouldn't be as close as it is what it felt like. And that's kind of been a theme a little bit that we need to continue to work through. Big moment, we miss a kick, a field goal that everybody in the world thinks Cam Little will make 99% of the time.
Would have gone up 8. Yep.
Go up 8. How often do you see teams in those moments, big momentum shift, kind of the proverbial air is let out of the balloon, and it's like, oh. And my favorite part of that game was our defense comes right on the field and said, challenge accepted. Mm-hmm. Here we go, and get another turnover. Those are the moments that is how you start to build something, because we're going to be tested. We will be tested Monday night. This team knows how to win. We just talked about the championships they've won, the caliber, the pedigree that they have as an organization, as individual players, as coaches. We're going to be tested like we haven't been this year. And that's the fun thing, because you continue to see our coaches and our players respond in a meaningful way, in the right way. And looking forward to see what challenges presented this week. It'll be something, but have the utmost confidence in the guys on the sidelines and on the field to work through the situation and figure it out.
I think a lot of fans can't really understand some of the injuries that happen in the National Football League. And, you know, when they see a guy go out, they're like, oh, he got dinged or he got bumped or whatever. But, I mean, guys play with stuff all the time, the things that people have no idea on. I mean, whether a player's on the sideline going, just, hey, throw some tape on it, give me an aspirin, tape an aspirin on or whatever. I mean, there's a level of toughness, obviously, this game's got to be played with. And there's a character that you guys, I know, are always trying to find from a personnel standpoint that can raise the level of the group. I mean, that's part of it, isn't it?
That's right. And I think you guys can speak to some of these layers more than I can, having lived that life. I know that, you know, what would be routine for an NFL player would be life-changing for a normal citizen, right? And so you look at some specifics, right? Someone like Dennis Gardeck, who has had 3 different severe knee injuries and is still working to get back fully from one just a year ago. And
less than a year ago now.
Yeah, taking steps. You can see the progression of his on-field play and the impact as his knee continues to heal, as his mind, right, and body begin to align on trusting that, right, his play continue to increase in terms of impact plays.
Can we just stop there for a second? How much fun is it to watch Dennis Gardeck play football? I mean, I love the game of football and that warrior mentality. And whether it's defense or special teams.
He loves coverage on special teams.
That is a football player. And to James's point, probably not all the way back to what he thinks is his top-end play because of the knee injury, but just setting aside, and sorry to interrupt, the appreciation I have, and I could go through a list of guys on our team that are similar, but since he brought up Gardeck, he's one of the guys that I just appreciate the love of the game, understands how the game needs to be played, what we believe, at least here at the Jaguars, of how the game should be played, and then to watch him go do it. If you love football, you love watching Dennis Gardeck play.
All the intangibly curious folks can look at Dennis Gardeck as the example.
He had a press conference via Zoom, okay, with all the media, and I think it was on Tuesday.
Yeah, that's right.
And so I'm watching it, you know, after it's all kind of said and done, and he had a line. This is kind of twofold because number one, it's who he is, number one, but also number two, it told me that coaches have messaging, and when the player starts to repeat the messaging, and maybe this wasn't part of the messaging, but when the player starts regurgitating some of the messaging from the coaches, you know that coaching is working. But he had a line that said, defense needs to speak the language of violence. And I was just like, love it. Yeah. Love it. I mean, it was like that guy right there, let me line up next to him, you know, because that's the guy that you want to have in the huddle. Mm-hmm. And the punch out that he had, which is intentional. He had a punch out. Foye had a punch out. The defense as a whole is continuing to work that technique, the old Charles Peanut Tillman technique, and it's awesome to see.
Oh, we're laughing on the airplane on our return flight. Campy's sitting next to me. He's like, guys, watch this. Every other play, you see guys in their approach cocking back before they're ever
speed running.
It's just a fantastic aesthetic, right? Because it's truly trained, it's truly being executed by our players, and it's becoming habit, right? It's becoming the norm. It's becoming the way in which we attack the game, and it's really cool to see that not only what's being said in the meeting room and on the grass now be applied to the mic when players get the chance and the platform to articulate that. It's also being applied to their performance and their on-field play.
All right, guys, let's come back in a moment. Liam Cohen's going to join us. Jaguars head coach is coming down the hallway. He'll join us in studio when we come back. It's Jags HQ on the Jaguars Radio Network.
It's game on, Jaguars fans, no matter where you might be. From the backyard to the beaches, the Ford F-150 with available Pro Power on board gives you the power of a mobile generator. So as long as you've got a TV and a signal, you don't have to miss another game. Just one more reason why Ford F-Series has been the best-selling truck in America 48 straight years and counting. Ford, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. See your local Ford dealer today.
If you are an experienced electrician looking for your next big opportunity, look no further than the Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller Electric, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering you the chance to showcase your skills on a grand scale. We believe in rewarding hard work with the best pay, top-notch benefits, and an unbeatable culture where people actually care about each other. Take your career to new heights with Miller Electric Company. Apply today at millercareers.com. Miller Electric, an equal opportunity employer.
Jaguars fans, it's time to show up and show out. Get game day ready with fresh gear from Fanatics. Rock your teal and black with the new sideline collection, head-turning headwear, and exclusive drops you won't find anywhere else. Visit any of our 11 convenient locations throughout the stadium and rep your Jags in style. The Jaguars Pro Shop, a Fanatics experience.
The Jaguars bring performance, strength, and passion to every play. And you'll find the same when you bank with EverBank. Open an EverBank Performance Savings account and score serious savings. See what you could earn at everbank.com/Jaguars. EverBank, advantage you. Member FDIC and the official bank of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Welcome back. Jags HQ, presented by Fresh from Florida, continues right now.
It is Jags HQ. JP Shadrick, Jeff Lageman from the Hyundai Studios, Tony Boselli out, James Gladstone still in with us, and head coach Liam Cohen joining us for the first time this season. Coach, it's great to see you.
I appreciate you guys having me on. Thank you.
I know it's a busy week, and you ran down the hall. We appreciate you taking the time tonight.
No problem.
The Chiefs and the Jaguars, Monday Night Football coming up, and a big opportunity for this team. Every week's big. It's important. But this is the dynasty right now in the NFL coming to the bank, and this is a huge opportunity for the team.
That's exactly what we talked about this morning in the team meeting is what an opportunity for us to continue to get better, to try to put our best product on the field for 60 minutes against a really high-quality opponent that we respect. But, the way that we've been trending, the way that these guys have been playing, it's all about us, and that's what Monday night will be as well.
Yeah, and on Monday night, arguably a future Hall of Fame quarterback on the other side. Crowd noise makes it always a little bit more difficult to make the offense operate, even if you're a future Hall of Famer.
There's no question. We need as many people at this game Monday night as possible. We need the city, Duval County, the entire population at this game, man. The more that we can get the noise, crank it up, force them to truly feel us, because this is about us. This is a great op for our city, for our organization, for our team, and nobody's coming to help us. It's all us. It's us against everybody.
I love how your messaging with your players is working, but it's not just you. It's your coaches as well. I heard a line that was echoed multiple times over the last couple of weeks, and it's, God rewards those who run to the football. It might be one of the best classic lines of all time that I've ever heard.
So Campy has absolutely used that with the defense, but it was our team's first time hearing it Saturday night before the Houston Texans game. I actually asked Campy to do the Saturday night team meeting, and he knocked it out of the park. Was quoting the Bible and got these guys all juiced up. But you're right. It truly is about, how much our players have obviously, kind of dove into this thing and really, without asking many questions, have really, I don't want to say bought in, but they have definitely done what we've asked them to do. I do feel like this is a bought in organization right now and team, but our coaching staff's done a phenomenal job, as you just mentioned.
Head coach Liam Cohen with us on Jags HQ, and the team's playing a physical brand of football on both sides. Jaguars' defensive line is there. They're getting takeaways, punching the ball, ripping it, the whole thing you just talked about. but on the offensive line too. 151 rushing yards last week with 7 offensive linemen coming through. Tight ends are blocking, wide receivers are blocking, and that's the mentality you talked about all offseason. It's showing up in games now.
It is. I mean, it's showing up in both the run and the pass up front in terms of the way that we're protecting the quarterback as well. That was the first time, I think, since 2015 that the 49ers didn't record a hit on the quarterback. So those guys are doing such a good job. But like you mentioned, it is all 11. That's been the message. These guys are doing it. They're putting it on tape. And it's allowing us to run the ball at an effective rate. And so for us to know that where we want to go, especially in this division and in this league, we've got to go run the football and stop the run.
Now, speaking of messaging getting through in that category, the little ETN run, and Travis Hunter is taking Upton down the field about 12 yards. Parker peels back, knocks off another defensive back. I'm thinking of LaQuinn Allen on both big returns, getting big blocks down the field. I mean, when you got buy-in like that, you got a chance.
Yeah, these guys as well on the punt return. We have a guy, Tim Patrick, a veteran player, has come to us from, obviously being in Denver, in Detroit, and he had an unbelievable strain block on that punt return to help spring Parker. And the more that we can get these guys, all 11, playing, straining, finishing through the whistle. As you mentioned, that was one of the clips that made me happiest of that game, was that duo with Travis blocking at the point of attack like that, and the hole that maybe I could have got 4 yards through. But it's really cool to see right now.
All right, last thought with you here again about the home field advantage needed on Monday Night Football in front of the whole country. Chiefs, Jaguars. Chiefs at 2-2, Jaguars 3-1. I'm told they're already selling standing room tickets, Coach.
I mean, that's good to hear. That's exactly what we're looking for. This is obviously the opponent, right, is a huge game. But I would really love for our fans to come and see our guys, to see our team and be proud of the product that we're putting out there. Win, lose, or draw, that our guys are out there competing their tail off and, trying to put a product on the field that our fans are proud of.
Last thing from me. Monday Night Football, as a kid, I grew up playing night football. That's where I was at. Friday nights was high school. Saturday night was once you got up in the big little leagues.
Yeah.
Something special about playing on Monday night, not only as a player but also as a coach.
Yeah, this is a really cool moment, to be representing the Jacksonville Jaguars in my first and our first as a team Monday night game on prime time. It's just great exposure for our organization and great exposure for our team, for our coaching staff, for our equipment, for everybody involved. It's great exposure, and the hard work that we've all kind of put together to this point is only going to hopefully shine bright on Monday night.
Love the passion, Coach. Thanks for the time as well, and get back to work, will you, Coach?
I appreciate you guys having me on.
Liam Cohen, Jaguars head coach, with us. More with James Gladstone and Tony Boselli when we return. It's Jags HQ on Jaguars Radio.
Floridians, do you know how close you are to freshness? It's not a plane or a ship ride away. It's not across an ocean or over the equator. It's not even a far drive. The peak of freshness is at your grocery store, and it's called Fresh from Florida. Fresh from Florida is local produce grown by farmers right here in our own state, meaning it's always fresh, always in season, and always mouth-wateringly good. Look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo or ask for it by name where you shop.
The moment you drop off donations at a North Florida Goodwill, your things start new lives. A donated jersey helps someone suit up for success through education and training. A pair of old cleats helps a job seeker step confidently into new career opportunities. Every donation fuels Goodwill's mission to provide education, training, and career opportunities, removing barriers to employment and building brighter futures across our community. To find your nearest donation center and learn more, visit GoodwillNorthFL.org. Goodwill, where your things start new lives. Mr. Chubby's Wings is a whole lot more than just wings. Craving the ultimate game day experience? Look no further. Swing by Mr. Chubby's and indulge in the biggest and best wings in town, all while soaking up the lively atmosphere with fellow sports fans. With plenty of game day specials and locations on the West Side, Fleming Island, Ponte Vedra Beach, and new this season, Everbank Stadium, they're here for all your game day needs. Mr. Chubby's Wings is a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Mr. Chubby's Wings, before the game, after the game, and during the game.
Jags fans, this one's for you. If you've got MyGate rewards, you're already in the game. But now you've got a shot at the ultimate prize, meeting QB1 himself, Trevor Lawrence, at Everbank Stadium with 3 friends by your side. With the MyGate Rewards Gatorade Club, every 5 Gatorade items you purchase equals 1 entry toward your chance to win. Stack them up and score big. See store for details. Gear up for the season. Gates got you.
Welcome back. Jags HQ, presented by Fresh from Florida, continues right now.
Welcome back. It is Jags HQ. JP Shadrick, Jeff Lageman. Our thanks to head coach Liam Cohen joining us live in studio, coming down the hallway out of game prep for just a few minutes to join us. And it should be a packed house at the bank. Monday Night Football, the Chiefs and the Jaguars. Tony Boselli, James Gladstone back with us now.
Yeah, I'm going to say one more thing, building on what Liam said about the crowd. Listen, this is a chance. I mean, we've talked about it, is what we're building here as an organization and what it means to be a Jaguar. And there's a standard. And I think for a long time in this league, we've been pushed aside, mocked, laughed at. Oh, they're just like small market Jaguars, not very good. Well, as a football team, when you come to this stadium, you are going to feel our players. You're going to feel our coaching staff, whether it's – and we don't really care where it is. I'm not saying we're going to win them all. This is like we play good football teams. You're going to win some, you're going to lose some. But you're going to feel the presence of our team. As a city, teams, when they come to Everbank, they should feel the presence of our fan base. That's real. That when an opposing team, Jeff, you and I played in a lot of games, there's certain stadiums you went to, and you knew you were going to feel the fans. That's what Jacksonville should be like. That's what Everbank Stadium should be like every Sunday, starting Monday night. And then the following week when we play Seattle, they should feel our fans. And so my ask to the fans, in buying tickets, it's awesome. Get there early. Be ready to go because this team will be ready. And our goal as a city and as an organization is that any time anyone comes to the bank, they feel the presence of our team, which they will, and they feel the presence of our fan base.
Tailgating's a good thing too, by the way. It gets kind of gets you going a little bit. You know?
Come on, get here early, have fun, enjoy yourself.
I remember the first Monday night game here.
It was a loud one.
It was a good one. It was a real good one. I remember my first Monday night game ever. I mean,
it's so fun.
It's a big deal.
As a player, I hated Monday nights until they kicked off.
I hated them on the road.
I hated them all day. They're such a long day. It's like you sit in the hotel room all day. Especially, this is James first on the East Coast. He doesn't know what he's in for.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
He's used to West Coast. It's just like, 5 o'clock, we're kicking off. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. A little after 8 o'clock kickoff.
Yeah, home for a late night.
Let's go.
So it's a long day for his players. But, man, when the lights go on and you kick that ball off, man, it's going to be fun.
I would have played, honestly, every game on Monday night if given the choice. I mean, just there was something about playing at night.
It's fun.
National audience. I mean, just, you wanted to go. You just got excited, and all day long you sit there and you try to figure out something to do.
That's the hard
just
part.
to occupy your mind until
I didn't like that.
kickoff.
Yeah.
I didn't like that part.
The worst part was the 9 o'clock kicks back in the day.
Oh, back when we were playing Monday night, it was 9 o'clock kickoff.
Right.
You talk about a long day. Yeah.
9
Eastern kickoff.
Yep.
You talk about I would literally, we get up, have
and it was
our breakfast.
1 o'clock Sundays.
1 o'clock Sundays.
Man, totally off cadence.
Oh, completely. So during the day, you do your meetings, walk through and everything, but then you have like 4 hours. I would go back to the room, turn all the lights off, and go try to get a 4-hour nap in so that I'd wake up and have a 1 o'clock
It's like
routine.
an NBA tip.
Yeah, it was brutal. 9 p.m.
Man.
Let's take a look at the Kansas City Chiefs, of course, Super Bowl champs. They've done it at a high level for a long time. I'm curious about when the defense is facing a Patrick Mahomes offense. What's the greatest challenge of his game and how he plays and moves around, and how can this Jags defense step up to it?
Yeah, there's so much you can point to with that. I think at the end of it all, the playground plays, right? The idea of not operating within the structure of a concept's intent. So you can prepare to face certain concepts. What you can't totally prepare for is the ad lib, right? And his ability to operate off script. So those are the things that's the magic that he possesses. And I think those are that type of scenario, those types of plays are the most challenging to prepare for and ensure that you walk away with a positive result, a result that, can, as much as it might lean in favor of the offense for a potential explosive, it can also lead to some opportunities for turnovers or loss of yardage, etc. So I think those are the moments where we have to be at our best and make sure that they don't tilt against us, but rather in our favor.
And I think you got to cover probably more grass with Patrick Mahomes than any other quarterback. Maybe Josh Allen's another one because of the arm strength. I mean, Patrick Mahomes can be running wherever and all of a sudden throw it 65 yards. And so your secondary is covering a lot of grass, a lot of territory. I mean, I think probably the only other guy that's in that category is a Josh Allen, where it's not just how elusive he is, and he's always looking, trying to make plays like James explained. But then you got a guy who has a rocket for a right arm, and all of a sudden you're like, well, a lot of quarterbacks, if they're running the right and the receiver, the backside receiver's 55 yards away,
can't throw it.
You don't have to worry about that guy. He's not really part of the play any longer. With Patrick Mahomes, he is still part of the play. And so there's a lot of territory to cover. It's a challenge.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't recognize him as a great athlete, but to do the things you're talking about, I mean, that requires a great athlete. I mean, he can throw the ball any which way that he has to. Sidearm, overhand, underhand, behind the back, you name it, he can do it all.
Well, one of the probably underrated elements of his body composition is the elasticity, right? He's like, some people say Gumby, right? We're watching
I'm thinking Stretch Armstrong.
Stretch Armstrong. Yeah, great visual as well. But watching the Super Bowl last year, and they're down by a lot, and he ends up chucking one 65 yards, right, from -40 to 5 yards into the end zone to Worthy. And on the same play, he's throwing slightly off platform. It's not a clean look. And his left knee actually hyperextends on the launch and just goes the opposite direction. Acts like nothing occurred. And so it speaks to that elasticity, which, he's been a player who has been durable, taken a lot of hits, but kept going. And you can see the arm angles. There are mom, dad, God-given capabilities that exist within him, and obviously he capitalizes on those and makes them even better than what they are by default, but certainly a challenging player to face up against.
And then on the other side of things, the Kansas City defense, they attack from all angles, all times of the game. For Trevor Lawrence, seeing it first and then making changes, how challenging is this matchup?
Well, I mean, listen, all you have to do is look at Steve Spagnuolo and his resume and what he's done. He's won Super Bowls at multiple organizations as defensive coordinator. One of the great defensive coordinators that's ever coached in this league, and does a great job of putting his players in positions where they can make plays and putting a lot of strain on the opposing offense. Great at disguising looks, unafraid to come after you at any point of the field, at any time. And so with that, there's a challenge for the offenses. You have to be on your P's and Q's. You got to recognize what's in front of you. You got to get in and out of the huddle, get to the line of scrimmage so you have time to diagnose that. And then even if you do everything right, there's a chance he's going to get you. And then you got to react to make a play. Just the utmost respect for Spags. He's one of the greats. And then on top of it, he has really good players. You look at a guy like Chris Jones who can absolutely wreck a game.
Unblockable if he wants to be.
He's very talented. He's one-on-one. There's not a lot of guys in this league that put the fear in you like Chris Jones does. You got McDuffie outside, a very good corner. You look at their linebackers, just veteran guys that play downhill, physical, and then a guy that's playing inside, maybe some of the best football of his career is Derek Nottie. Just a big, strong, former Florida State Seminole. Been in this league a while, but seems like he's playing some of his best football of his career. Just really good in the run, could push the pocket in the pass game. So they got, we even got to a guy like Karlaftis, who's just an energized bunny.
Great effort.
Like every play. This guy's like, you think you got him blocked, and he's one of those guys that you got to block from the snap through the whistle, because if you let up at all, he's going to get an edge. He's going to be crawling, scratching, biting ankles, and just finding a way to get to the ball carrier or the quarterback. So got a ton of respect for this defense and the way they're coached and the way they play.
All right, guys. Thanks for the preview. Always a pleasure to see you. And have a great week. Let's get another
It was a fun one
Monday
today.
night.
Head coach came in.
Man, how about it?
Great stuff.
How about
That was a
that?
blast.
Cool. Used to be the Liam Cohen show. He showed up. It was good to have him.
It's back, baby.
Monday Night Football is back. Standing room tickets available now. Jaguars.com/tickets. Tony
Show up
Boselli.
early. Let's go. Let's get this place rocking Monday night.
Tailgate, pack it out. Tony Boselli, James Gladstone with us. A little bit later, about 10 minutes away, from Dan Orlovsky of ESPN. He'll join us. It's Jags HQ on the Jaguars Radio Network.
NFL fans, when it's time to get Jaguars tickets, you can tackle game day with total certainty with Ticketmaster. With 100% verified tickets available all season long, you can count on getting in with ease and spend time focusing on the good stuff. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, you can still score seats. Want to meet up inside the stadium with your crew? Transferring your tickets is an easy handoff. So get those touchdown celebrations ready and score your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Jaguars.
It's game on, Jaguars fans, no matter where you might be. From the backyard to the beaches, the Ford F-150 with available Pro Power on board gives you the power of a mobile generator. So as long as you've got a TV and a signal, you don't have to miss another game. Just one more reason why Ford F-Series has been the best-selling truck in America 48 straight years and counting. Ford, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. See your local Ford dealer today.
Ranked one of the nation's top universities, the University of Florida is on a mission to transform education. UF continues to help grow the economy through research breakthroughs and leadership in AI. And with its nationally recognized career services, UF students and graduates have never been better prepared to make a difference in the world. To learn more about how the University of Florida fuels bold ideas that make an impact around the globe, visit fromflorida.ufl.edu.
Hey, Duval, here's your chance to be face-to-face with the Jags as they take the field on game day. Jump in the shadows and experience the Jaguars like never before. Enter today at everbank.com/shadows for your chance to be part of the action. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents of the 50 United States and D.C., 18 and older. Entry periods for the sweepstakes are from 8/4/25 to 12/21/25. For official rules and complete details, visit everbank.com/shadows. Sponsor and administrator, Everbank, N.A. member FDIC.
Welcome back. Jags HQ, presented by Fresh from Florida, continues right now.
Yes, it does. JP Shadrick with Jeff Lageman. And we're on the Jaguars Radio Network, presented by the University of Florida, #1 university in the U.S. News and World Report's #1 state for education. Our thanks to Tony Boselli, the EVP, the hoodie, as Pete calls him, and James Gladstone. The hoodie. He wears a hoodie all the time now.
Oh.
Yeah, James Gladstone, general
But he's
manager.
not wearing it over his head.
No, that's the whole. Yeah. That's the whole thing.
Okay.
And of course, head coach Liam Cohen for joining us for the first time this year on Jags HQ.
Quick break from the game planning to join us here for a few minutes,
Which is the design of this show. Like, I mean, you never know who's going to pop in. Most weeks it'll be Boselli and Gladstone, but we'll see. You know, that's awesome.
There's nothing better than a Monday night football atmosphere, and you know, and the one thing it just I think definitely makes it is the crowd.
Oh, yeah.
You know, when it's a destination and a place to be, the fans are what makes the environment what it is, and that's the fun thing about Monday night.
My first Monday night game when I first moved here to work for the Suns across the road was the Steelers 06 game. Monday night, they had those white kind of stick things they gave out to everybody.
The little inflatable
It
things
was like
they beat together?
were foam. They were foam.
Oh, yeah.
And then, you know, at that time it was the Hank Jr. song comes on the screen, and then the kickoff comes. It's like the fireworks and everything. It is. It's a trip.
I still think that's the best Monday night football
It was
song.
good for a long time.
My first Monday night football game, I was with New York, and the Raiders came to New York, and it was what's his name's Hall of Fame offensive lineman, Art Shell. It was Art Shell's first game as head coach in the National Football League. And Al Davis had fired somebody, I can't remember who it was, and had hired him. And Art Shell was the first black head coach in the National Football League for that game. So it was a historical game in a lot of respects, and that was my first Monday night game.
Yeah, that is quite a historic game.
Yeah,
it really
pretty cool,
is.
right?
Yeah. Who did he fire? I can't remember.
I don't know. It's a great question.
I can't remember.
But yeah, we lost.
It didn't work out, huh?
Yeah, we didn't win. Well, we lost.
Okay.
Tough night, but and then of course the first Monday night football game in Jaguars history was tremendous. I mean, what an atmosphere that was. Love it.
Mike Shanahan was fired. He was the head coach of the Raiders.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Art Shell came in as the interim.
And then he went on to
in '89, and then there you go.
Went on to the Denver Broncos.
There you go. Let's come back in a moment. Dan Orlovsky, ESPN analyst, caught up with him earlier this week. We'll hear part of his conversation and his thoughts on the quarterback and how he's fitting in this Liam Cohen offense. That's next. This is Jags HQ on Jaguars Radio.
Can you imagine rising for work before the crack of dawn? Tending to hundreds of acres of land before dusk? Well, that's what happens on 47,000 Florida farms every day. Florida's farmers work hard to grow nutritious food for you and your family. And you can help support them by enjoying delicious Fresh from Florida produce. Look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo where you shop, or visit freshfromflorida.com to learn more.
The Jaguars bring performance, strength, and passion to every play. And you'll find the same when you bank with EverBank. Open an EverBank Performance Savings account and score serious savings. See what you could earn at everbank.com/Jaguars. EverBank, advantage you. Member FDIC and the official bank of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Mr. Chubby's Wings is a whole lot more than just wings. Craving the ultimate game day experience? Look no further. Swing by Mr. Chubby's and indulge in the biggest and best wings in town, all while soaking up the lively atmosphere with fellow sports fans. With plenty of game day specials and locations on the West Side, Fleming Island, Ponte Vedra Beach, and new this season, EverBank Stadium, they're here for all your game day needs. Mr. Chubby's Wings is a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Mr. Chubby's Wings, before the game, after the game, and during the game.
To everyone who craves a fresh meal made just for you, let our team member Jacob share what's special about Culver's.
In Wisconsin, our food comes from the heart, and taking the time to handcraft your meal with care is how we've always done it at Culver's. It's why your Butterburger doesn't touch the grill until after you order.
Come to Culver's and let us serve you a Butterburger, made special just for you. From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious.
Welcome back. Jags HQ, presented by Fresh from Florida, continues right now.
Welcome back. JP Shadrick with you. It is Jags HQ. Jeff Lageman back shortly. The Chiefs and the Jaguars coming up on Monday Night Football. The game presented by EverBank. 8:15 kickoff time. And it should be a fantastic scene. Standing room tickets being sold already as we speak on this Thursday before Monday. And ESPN analyst Dan Orlovsky will be part of the ESPN pregame coverage for Monday Night Football. He's all over most of the programming on ESPN. We caught up earlier this week, and Trevor Lawrence continues to develop in this Liam Cohen offense.
The timing and the connection with BTJ, started off like, not great the first week or two. And then this last 2 weeks, better and better and better. And so that's a huge deal, because I would tell you the thing pass game wise that does, at least of his pass, stand out about Liam is there was always that receiver that they would run their offense through. Certainly Mike Evans being that guy in Tampa Bay, and they would run their pass game through him in many ways. You get him one-on-one, we want to throw him the ball. You don't, we want to have options and or people opposite that. So the past 2 weeks, I feel really encouraged just with that connection. I think the second thing is, my whole thing with Trevor has always been, he's so ridiculously talented. I always wanted him to play quarterback, almost like a boxer in the 12th round of a heavyweight fight, just come out and swing, and obviously you play under control and you make good decisions, but just come out in attack mode. And I've always said, like, if you just watch him and when he throws the football, does his body like almost stay back, or does he try to drive through every throw? And again, I would say in the past couple of weeks, it feels like everyone is this haymaker that he's trying to land. I don't care if it's a 20-yard ball or a 5-yard ball. And so I'm very encouraged by that. I've always believed that Trevor's had this ridiculous talent, and I just want I want him to just go play to his capability. I think the next step is, he's got a great connection with Strange. That's really good. Their screen game is getting better and better. That's something that's always been a part of Liam's offense. The play action game that's probably that next step. They're running it so well. They've got such creativity in their run game, diversity in their run game. The play action game to help with some of those chunk throws. I think their under center drop back game for completions. Not a lot of teams in the NFL doing that. I think you should. I love it. And so I'm encouraged with the past couple of weeks by his performance, but again, also this whole offense.
What's changed with the Chiefs after the first 2 weeks?
Yeah, I mean, schematically, there's been alterations, and that's probably the thing. There was two teams really that piqued my interest as far as what they did offensively that was different this past week. The Chiefs were one of them. I am of the belief right now in the NFL that we're a little bit back in time. I really believe offensively, you have to be willing to put the quarterback under center 15 to 20 times a game. You got to put bigger bodies on the field. You got to run teams out of the defense that they want to play in. It's not 2019 anymore. And they really hadn't done that the first 3 weeks. And then this past week, they did. I mean, Patrick was underneath the center, 17 snaps this past weekend. And their run game wasn't dominant, and I don't think it's going to be, but it was efficient. And I think that's the thing that stood out, and that'll be the challenge is like, they put a 6th offensive lineman on the field this past weekend. That's a little bit of a wave in the NFL. And so is that continuing to be a part of their identity? Because I do think it allows them to be efficient. I think it helps their offensive line. Obviously, Xavier Worthy coming back is a big deal because not only the opportunity to throw the ball downfield, but he's also a touches guy to go get 8, to go get 12, to go get 20 with a jet sweep or a screen or a reverse and something like that. And so much different offensive philosophy this past week. I hope for their case, it's part of who they're going to be moving forward. We'll find out on Monday night if, again, they do it 2 weeks in a row. But I was very pleased with seeing that out of that group.
Dan Orlovsky, ESPN analyst. The full conversation soon on the official Jaguars podcast network and Jaguars YouTube. Jeff Lageman returns when we return. It's Jaguars HQ on the Jaguars Radio Network.
Dude, did you order the new iPhone 17 Pro? Got it from Verizon, the best 5G network in America. I never looked so good.
You look the same.
But with this camera, everything looks better, especially me.
You haven't changed your hair in 15 years. Selfies? Check, please.
New and existing customers can get the new iPhone 17 Pro, designed to be the most powerful iPhone ever, with eligible phone trade-in and unlimited ultimate. Any condition guaranteed. Best 5G source root metrics data, United States, 1H 2025. All rights reserved. Trade-in and additional terms apply for all offers. See Verizon.com for details.
What's Here is a place that generations have trusted to help their kids grow up healthy and strong. What's Here are caregivers with knowledge and expertise rivaling any children's hospital in the world. What's Here is the only Level 1 pediatric trauma center in our region. What's Here is Wolfson Children's Hospital, with the technology, research, and dedication to save and change countless young lives. Wolfson Children's, always here. Visit wolfsonchildrens.com.
Football and Miller Lite. Duval's greatest pairing. Can cracks at kickoff. Tailgates going well past postgame. Sunday night overtimes. Followed by Monday morning pride. Knocking on bar tops for luck. Kicking back on any given Sunday. You never forget the way some things taste. Jags football tastes like Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. 2023 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Hey, Duval, here's your chance to be face-to-face with the Jags as they take the field on game day. Jump in the shadows and experience the Jaguars like never before. Enter today at everbank.com/shadows for your chance to be part of the action. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents of the 50 United States and D.C., 18 and older. Entry periods for the sweepstakes are from 8/4/25 to 12/21/25. For official rules and complete details, visit everbank.com/shadows. Sponsor and administrator, Everbank, N.A. member FDIC.
Jaguars fans, it's time to show up and show out. Get game day ready with fresh gear from Fanatics. Rock your teal and black with the new sideline collection, head-turning headwear, and exclusive drops you won't find anywhere else. Visit any of our 11 convenient locations throughout the stadium and rep your Jags in style. The Jaguars Pro Shop, a Fanatics experience.
It's game on, Jaguars fans, no matter where you might be. From the backyard to the beaches, the Ford F-150 with available Pro Power on board gives you the power of a mobile generator. So as long as you've got a TV and a signal, you don't have to miss another game. Just one more reason why Ford F-Series has been the best-selling truck in America 48 straight years and counting. Ford, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. See your local Ford dealer today.
Welcome back. Jags HQ, presented by Fresh from Florida, continues right now.
Welcome back. JP Shadrick with...
I'd say a little bit more just not executing at times. Because I think these are all things that you look over the spring and training camp and then now in the season that we have done well at times. And I think there's just been a little bit of a lack of execution, you know. There is some stuff, I think, with the new system. There is some growing pains, and we have some young players in skill positions and guys that are filling in. Obviously, Diami was out last week, and guys stepping up, having to play different positions. So there's a little bit of that element. But either way, you know, we're all responsible for, you know, how we play on Sunday. And, you know, obviously that's me included. I know there's a lot of things I can do better. So I think it's a little bit of both, though, to answer your question. And those are things that we just got to sharpen up, and I feel like we're definitely heading the right direction. We just got to make a few more plays.
Trevor Lawrence earlier today. The full press conference at Jaguars.com and Jaguars YouTube. Welcome back. It's Jags HQ. JP Shadrick with Jeff Lageman. And for those in Jacksonville, Tuesday, October 7th from 5 to 6 p.m., head to the Publix at 10500 San Jose Boulevard in Jacksonville. You'll meet Wyatt Milam, Jack Kaiser, LaQuinn Allen, the rookies, and Christian Braswell of the Jags Jacksonville. The Roar will be there as well ahead of the Seahawks-Jaguars game. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure. And there you have the quarterback logs. First off, what did you think of Orlovsky? Anything stand out there about his comments of how Lawrence is working in this Cohen scheme?
Yeah, look, he's one of the guys that I got great respect for in the broadcast business, because you can tell that his opinions are not based on rumor and perception. They're based on him watching the game and watching the game film. So I always appreciate what he has to say.
Yeah, and then, of course, the quarterback there was asked if is it more still learning the scheme or execution with the offense, and a little bit of both. I mean, things happen early in a season.
Well, it's the first year under a new system, and there are a lot of people that can get better at what they're doing right now. The one that will make the most significant improvement in the offense with improvement is Trevor, okay, because obviously it's the most important position that there is on the field. He's doing a really good job of operating the offense. He also did something this past game that kind of went unnoticed and untalked about. If you'll remember, early in that ball game, the Jaguars were backed up offensively, and then he used a hard count. But he also used a little bit of trickery underneath Robert Hainsey's rear end, because with that hard count, he actually, a lot of times quarterbacks slap the rear end of the center to bring the snap counter to get the ball.
Okay.
Well, he simulated that and kind of knew that he would be able to draw the 49ers defensive front offsides with it. It was very smart to do that. And so those are the things I think that are encouraging, but then there's some opportunities that he missed down the field that he has to continue to keep his eyes disciplined and give it a little bit of time to develop, because there were 3 big plays in that game that weren't taken advantage of. And the accuracy needs to get cleaned up, you know, and I think accuracy also gets a lot better with the more familiar you are with the offense, the more reps you get in that offense.
All right, Logs, we'll come back in a moment, and our final thoughts, and yes, the head coaching matchup this week. A little different experience levels, but hey, it's going to be a fantastic matchup. The Chiefs and the Jaguars coming up. This is Jags HQ on Jaguars Radio.
Floridians, do you know how close you are to freshness? It's not a plane or a ship ride away. It's not across an ocean or over the equator. It's not even a far drive. The peak of freshness is at your grocery store, and it's called Fresh from Florida. Fresh from Florida is local produce grown by farmers right here in our own state, meaning it's always fresh, always in season, and always mouth-wateringly good. Look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo or ask for it by name where you shop.
Jags fans, this one's for you. If you've got MyGate rewards, you're already in the game. But now you've got a shot at the ultimate prize, meeting QB1 himself, Trevor Lawrence, at Everbank Stadium with 3 friends by your side. With the MyGate Rewards Gatorade Club, every 5 Gatorade items you purchase equals 1 entry toward your chance to win. Stack them up and score big. See store for details. Gear up for the season. Gates got you.
The moment you drop off donations at a North Florida Goodwill, your things start new lives. A donated jersey helps someone suit up for success through education and training. A pair of old cleats helps a job seeker step confidently into new career opportunities. Every donation fuels Goodwill's mission to provide education, training, and career opportunities, removing barriers to employment and building brighter futures across our community. To find your nearest donation center and learn more, visit goodwillnorthfl.org. Goodwill, where your things start new lives. Mr. Chubby's Wings is a whole lot more than just wings. Craving the ultimate game day experience? Look no further. Swing by Mr. Chubby's and indulge in the biggest and best wings in town, all while soaking up the lively atmosphere with fellow sports fans. With plenty of game day specials and locations on the West Side, Fleming Island, Ponte Vedra Beach, and new this season, Everbank Stadium, they're here for all your game day needs. Mr. Chubby's Wings is a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Mr. Chubby's Wings, before the game, after the game, and during the game.
If you are an experienced electrician looking for your next big opportunity, look no further than the Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller Electric, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering you the chance to showcase your skills on a grand scale. We believe in rewarding hard work with the best pay, top-notch benefits, and an unbeatable culture where people actually care about each other. Take your career to new heights with Miller Electric Company. Apply today at millercareers.com. Miller Electric, an equal opportunity employer.
NFL fans, when it's time to get Jaguars tickets, you can tackle game day with total certainty with Ticketmaster. With 100% verified tickets available all season long, you can count on getting in with ease and spend time focusing on the good stuff. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, you can still score seats. Want to meet up inside the stadium with your crew? Transferring your tickets is an easy handoff. So get those touchdown celebrations ready and score your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Jaguars.
Welcome back. Jags HQ, presented by Fresh from Florida, continues right now.
Final moments of Jags HQ. It's been a busy show. Our thanks to head coach Liam Cohen for walking down the hallway, taking a few minutes away from game prep tonight to join us. Of course, Tony Boselli, James Gladstone joined us as well. It's Week 5, Monday Night Football. The Chiefs and the Jaguars, 8:15 kickoff time. Countdown to kickoff, 7 o'clock on the Jaguars Radio Network. They're expecting a sellout crowd, and standing room tickets are being sold as we speak. So looking forward to the matchup, of course. And it's quite a head coaching matchup as well. Andy Reid, in his 27th year as an NFL head coach, 424 games of experience, 275 wins in the regular season. Liam Cohen, in his first year as a head coach, is coaching his 5th game in the National Football League. But he'll have no flinch. He'll go out there, and this is going to be fun to watch. I'm sure Liam has great respect for Andy Reid.
Oh, absolutely.
Everybody does, really.
Well, I mean, look, Andy's kind of at the pinnacle, of the great coaches of all time right there. Bill Belichick, Don Shula. I mean, he's right up there in a lot of different categories.
Wins.
Yeah,
I mean, playoffs and regular season combined.
And what he's been able to do with 2 different franchises with different quarterbacks has been absolutely impressive. And he's a very stabilizing force, I think, for that franchise. And, even though we talk a lot about head coaches, it's also the battle of great minds on those coaching staffs. And Liam's going to be facing off against Steve Spagnuolo. Andy Reid is also on the offensive side of things. He's going to be facing off a little bit against Campanelli and that defensive staff. And but at the end of the day, it's a player battle, and it's going to be exciting. I love night football. I love night football.
And I like football when the Jaguars are confident in their ability to go be an equal to a team. It feels like it right now.
Well, and what's the forecast? I haven't even seen, to be honest with you, for Monday night. Looks like
low 80s during the day, so there is a chance of rain.
Yeah, but it's minimal because it's like a northeast easterly flow, so we're good on that scenario unless we have some crazy delay like we had.
Oh, easy.
Which I don't think we're going to get that.
No.
Common sense will prevail, but I'm looking forward to it. Monday Night Football.
Chiefs, Jaguars. Jags trying to get it done against the Chiefs for the first time since 2009. Jeff, we'll talk to you. Enjoy Jags All Access tonight.
Yeah, looking forward to that. And Parker Washington, great dude, great football player.
That's on Fox 30 in Jacksonville at 7 o'clock. Thanks to our entire crew, Joe Fortunato, Brent Reber, David Cho. I'm JP Shadrick, and this is Jags HQ on the Jaguars Radio Network.